First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Croder. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set. Hey, Haywood.
McSorley, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll run on first down. Crowder, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, defense.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake. Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike, 53.
Now Murray off play action. Buying time to his left. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, check. 45.
Murray now on 1st down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flush to his right. Now he lets it go deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Down. 60 or. Check, check. 43. Stay with your man. Buzz. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Hey, Jack. 5.
On 3rd down, it's McSorley. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the set. I'm coming after you. Hey, high 7. 50 wants the mic. Get it.
Here's McSorley on first and 10. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Now a first down throw complete downfield. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. McSorley sets to pass. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a give, right side. Croder. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And
I'm looking for my deodorant. It's not in here.
Buddy?
No, pretty good. How about you?
Oh man, just made it back in. I'm Kelvin, man. We never talk.
Mace.
Mace.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
What was that? What was your name?
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Nice to meet you, Kelvin.
I just got back in town. Went down to Augusta to see my folks for Thanksgiving.
That's where you from?
Yeah. I stopped at grounds. Well, I'm really from Queens, New York.
I hear you.
Yeah, I've been here in Athens about 11 years.
I've been in Athens for about 6 years. I went here for school.
It's going to be another
I'm from
first
Maryland.
down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Baltimore. Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool.
But when I was a teenager, we moved down to Covington, if you know where that is.
Yeah, I heard of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an hour south of here.
I think I got a friend girl I used to go with, stayed out in Thompson, and it's like going down through that way, down through that way somewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's about an hour drive, hour and a half drive or something.
Yeah, not far, nothing
not
crazy.
far.
Mhm. How you like it here?
Hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good because I'm a guy that came from a different type of life back in the day and growed up and changed my ways and.
I hear you.
Basically all my family. I'm here by myself really.
Mhm.
I came here and been here 11 years and changed my life and stopped doing all that crazy thing. All I do is smoke weed now.
Still getting the run at the Lions' 41-yard line.
27 on the play. And the Cardinal first down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step
Around
aside
all that
here
food,
in the
too?
second quarter.
Sit around on that food too, you know? Oh, man.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check.
Now they try the right side here. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the.
Thanksgiving to bring me down into the family because I don't never show up, Like
I hear you.
I'm always working.
Yeah, it was like that for me when I first moved that much. Even though it wasn't that far, I just had a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, it's good to hear. No.
Oh, I chill.
This me and my girl car right here, the
how you
Toyota.
doing, man? Oh, you do Uber? Okay. Yes, ma'am. I might need to use you one day. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I gotta go. They told me I can come back today, so I come back today. I'm gonna go to work. Okay,
Hey.
I'm gonna go to work and come on back home and chill out for the rest of the week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Whole rest of the week.
We'll talk, man.
That's it. It's nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too,
Of course.
man. We'll get a chance. We'll burn one together.
We can. Yes, sir. You take it easy, my man.
You too, man.
I just met our neighbor. Like, talked to him. He's pretty cool. Oh, all right. Did a whole motherfucking play. I don't even know what play I picked.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Whew.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Murray sets to throw on 4th. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Now McSorley. Got him in. It's Brown. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Trace McSorley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Murray from midfield. Open man is Kirk, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Murray now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually...
It's caught inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, one set. Check right, 54.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Check, 154. On the army.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. On 1st down, Crowder. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray now. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Snap comes to Murray at 1. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Murray and company going for it on fourth. His throw caught at about the 5. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Recon, 152 fighter. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 39.
McSorley, first and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Croder. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. You bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Sheds another, and he fights his way in, not giving up, and it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, and the Cardinals cut into that lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
That's what, go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And come on out here. Come get some.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt, that one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means
it's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Murray. Well, this is caught by Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, 10 logo.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Hey, 4 down.
Check 9. Blue draw Corkins. Go. Get it.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. That's complete. Hooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
General West.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door. Maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 50.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. McSorley sets to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's McSorley. Got him in, it's Brown. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Looking to throw on 1st and 10, here's McSorley. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.